Enhance. Enhance. It's the best I can give. Hell, I look crazy today for the one person watching and all the others to come. I'm writing some shit down I don't want to forget about. You guys are going to have to suffer with my rattly air conditioner, just like me. I would go hide in my room, but I have to be near the door, waiting for the damn phone. So I'm going to make a couple of adjustments here. It's kind of why I started this early, and I'm using a couple new things, so I am trying to work with what I've got here. That's not so bad. As long as there's no sensitive shit. Nope. Hey, everybody. Hey. Just peeping the situation out here, giving everybody a couple minutes to hop on, writing some shit down. My phone won't shut up. Can't turn the fucking phone off because I have to listen for... You guys know what UPS pulled before we start here? You know, I'm waiting on my new phone. Yesterday, these pieces of shit did not come by my house. Literally, my roommate and I were walking in and out of the house through the yard. And they sent a notice to the hub and sent me a text message saying that they tried to stop and drop my phone off, but I wasn't home. And that they left a notification on my door. Number one, there was no fucking notification. Number two, no the fuck they didn't. Three, this guy's just a lazy asshole or gal, but it's usually a dude around here. And I've had beef with this guy before because he destroyed 2 of my packages, and I'm not very happy about it. And yeah, so they just straight up lied and told them that I wasn't home just because the guy doesn't want to do his job. So I missed volunteering yesterday. Yeah. And I said that. I'm like, well, a bunch of old people went fucking hungry, so I hope y'all are happy. That's not really true. You know, I'm growing my eyebrows in thicker, so they're going to look really crazy for the next couple weeks. Fuck it. If you guys can't look, don't look. I had a guy send me a message yesterday because I'm a dog hater, and he said, why don't you shut up, you ugly bitch? I said, oh, you don't like the way I look? Well, your dad does, and I'm going to be your stepmom soon, so you better watch your fucking mouth. Before we get into this video, we're going to cover a lot of topics, and this might be a long video, so to the moderators, if y'all can't be here the whole time, I totally understand, number one. Number two, I have a lot of topics to cover, so it's going to be this whole thing. Well, fuck him. He needs to watch his mouth, disrespectful little brat, before I do something to him. Got my vanilla cream soda. No, I'm not drinking a beer. That was all he had. I get a lot of those. Like I said, I get a lot that are just straight up like insulting my appearance. And I'm like, oh, fuck, you people. We're all beautiful. Your home state is Kentucky? Cool. Well, one of the Bryans lives there, and he helped collect all this information. So we're going to do it in that order, actually. We're going to, we're going to cover the Kentucky bite laws first, because while super interesting, it's not like it's wildly entertaining, right? And then we're going to, oh, thank you, Oliver. And then we're going to cover some dog attacks, some recent attacks, and then I'm going to cap it all off with with my messages and silly stuff like that, where I'm telling people to go fuck themselves for being assholes. They know. It's so weird. They just want to hurt my feelings. I'm like, oh shit, if you'd have heard things I've heard in my life, I don't care. Besides, I could shave my eyebrows off and be bald as fuck, and it's not going to take away from the message that I'm spreading. The only reason I do things like this is because I don't know how to operate the computer properly. This is the best I could do. And you guys, I seen this fucking video earlier that this person was having seizures from like doing certain things on the computer or trying to do Sudoku and shit, because it makes their brain like lack oxygen. And I'm like, that's why I get so enraged when I'm trying to do computer stuff. It's not that I'm dumb. I have a medical condition. Let's see. So hello to Asher. Hello. Oh, Peter Piper. Awesome. Love the name. That's great. Wait a minute. Peter Piper, you look familiar, but that's okay. Let's see. Strawberries here. Awesome. We got a handful of people. So yeah, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Bring friends. We're up to like 310 subscribers, which while we're on that, and I'll say this again later. Hi, Kai. Welcome to all the new subscribers. We got a whole lot of subscribers, and I sat around last night sharing IHD's petition. And when I started, it was under 200, and then by the time I was done, it was like somewhere around like 215, and I was like, kicking ass. You know what I'm saying? So, yep. What's up, DW? You said pleasure, Peter. You totally did. Okay, so let's get into the more disclaimer, guys. I'm not a lawyer. Okay? So, for all these things that you may be curious about or whatever's going on, look it up yourself. There was a discussion going on in one of the apps. By the way, a couple of the girls have started some apps where they all sit around talking shit about dogs all day. And everybody was talking about defending themselves. And I had to remind everyone, you can't discharge a firearm in city limits. You'll get in a shit ton of trouble. So if your intention is to get a gun to defend yourself, you can get your fucking self into a shit ton of trouble. Kai, I am really good, actually. Beanie's birthday was yesterday, and like a shit ton of good things happened to me. And I would like to pass on a good saying to you guys that I got on some tea the other day. It said, "Those who give happiness shall find it." I'm not saying I'm going to give you guys a happy end and calm down. I'm saying reach out and do something nice for the people around you. And to my anonymous emailer, you know who you are. Thank you so much for all the help. This lady helps me so fucking much with articles. I wouldn't, like I said, 50% of what I have comes from her. She really helps me. Let's see. Kicking the nut sack to defend yourself. Oh, you might have a ball buster. And that's okay if you are, as long as you're a dog hater too and you're not here for ball busting. Because I deleted that fucking video. I had that video, you guys, kicking things in the nuts. And it brought in a whole bunch of fetish people. And even though it cost me tons of viewer hours, I deleted it. I couldn't take another message. I couldn't take it anymore. And they were coming and finding me on Facebook. And I was just, I'm not into that. I'm not judging. I'm not kink shaming. But I think it's weird. You know what I'm saying? So no, I've got my own kinks to work out. Okay. Most of them involve masturbating. So chill. All right. Michael, welcome. Welcome to everybody. Let's hop into these suggestions while I chug my fucking vanilla cream soda. I do. Dude, you guys, they took the video and put it on a fetish site. I shit you not. I was looking through the analytics and they're like, this video has been viewed 3,000 million times. And I'm like, really? And then I go look at where it was being viewed and it had been taken off my site and put on. So somewhere on a ball busting site is me talking about kicking a female dog in the vagina. So they're really reaching. I can't change it. Yeah, I'm not going to share it again either. You fucking weirdos. So yeah, here we go. I was giving everybody a chance to hop on here. Hopefully I don't kick this damn soda over and make a fucking mess everywhere. And don't mind my acne. Apparently I'm going through puberty again. At 37 years old. So let's go through all of this. Yeah, they are stupid. It's fucking so stupid. It's so frustrating to me. I've got to be honest. Let's see. So we're going to talk about this Kentucky thing, and it's going to kind of go all over the place. Brian did a whole bunch of work. I did some work. He mostly did all the work. This is something he had a lot of interest in and wanted me to talk about, so I was definitely going to cover it. We're going to start with a story about a dude that killed a dog, okay? And this is important stuff. And in case you guys don't know and you haven't seen any of my videos about defending yourself against a dog, if you use a weapon, a knife, a gun, obviously a machete, these different things people like to use, you can face legal action because of that. And if you go into overkill status and, the dog was already neutralized and you keep killing it and fucking it up, right? You can face charges for that. So you need to be very, very careful. I really, really am always telling everybody, look up the laws in your state. I have covered the laws in Texas. I believe I did one about, where the fuck was it? I don't remember. I need to do more states. That's the moral of this story. So, alrighty, guys. Let's see. Oh, okay. So this is just his booking. Let me get out of this and go to where I need to be. And hello to everybody who's just hopping in here. Let's get right into this. So, we'll start with an article from dogsbite.org. Okay. This is about a woman who was mother who died after a pit bull mauled her in her own home. Shocker. As we know, it's always these family dogs. This was from 2018. But all of these things are going to tie into Kentucky. Okay, that's going to be the theme for the beginning. Like I said, and we're going to go over all these things and then move on. And I'm going to finish it off with lots of fun stuff. I want to start doing that and making sure I'm leaving us all on a positive note rather than us all feeling like shit when the video ends. Nobody wants that. And I'm really good at being funny. So we're going to make sure to make people feel good at the end of the day, right? So let me grab my Fluffy. Husband charged. So this is an interesting story. The reason we brought it up is it is very interesting. It was updated as of January 26th of 2019. The husband of a woman mauled to death by their pit bull in November has been charged with a misdemeanor and a failure to report violation in connection to her death. Okay. Christopher Dale Collins, 41 years old, faces a charge of second-degree wanton endangerment for allegedly leaving April Collins in a situation that could cause harm. You guys are going to hear this wanton endangerment come up a lot. This is something that Brian and I have been talking about. He was also talking to some fellow cops to find out, why it is that a lot of these dog attacks don't fall under the category of wanton endangerment. And for those of you that don't know, you may want to Google it. You don't have to, though. I know how much you guys hate reading, so I'm going to do the reading for you, and you'll have a better understanding of what wanton endangerment means, okay? The pit bull had bitten April Collins multiple times in the past, including the night before the fatal mauling. So basically, like most dogs where we say oh, well, no, everybody knows that dogs can attack. Yeah, but they like to use the excuse that the dog has never attacked, right? But these cases where the dog has attacked before, including that poor woman, Susie, who had lost her child, her 19-month-old in Brooklyn, to her ex-boyfriend's Rottweiler. She had tried to report this, and that the dog has already attacked the children and other people prior. Well, basically, you're putting people into a dangerous situation by knowing that the animal has an attack history, okay? So only 2 previous known bites by the pit bull have been released by the Clark County Sheriff's Office. On September 29th, April was treated at Clark Regional Medical Center for facial wounds. This bite was reported. On the eve of the fatal mauling, October 31st, she was attacked again. Okay? So this Christopher Collins said he did not report that bite because they didn't want to lose the dog. I don't want to lose you, Fluffy, every fucking time, right? On November 1st, Collins returned home from work and found April mauled and unresponsive. Now, basically, this guy has allowed his wife to be in a situation where she was killed, and they knew the dog bit. It had just bit her the night prior. This reminds me a bit of the fucking woman with the Rottweilers that was supposed to be a safe dog advocate that allowed her mother to be killed. This woman had all the information, and she did the same thing. She hid the dogs. Didn't want to. That's all they could think about. You just lost your wife. Your child's been bitten. Your mother's dying and bleeding out on the porch, but let's hide the dog. We got to protect Fluffy, right? Fuck Fluffy. Okay. Back in November, the sheriff had said that April had older dog bite wounds on her legs, too. After the warrant was served on Sunday, detectives said that the neighbors and acquaintances had seen other dog bite wounds on April, but those incidences were not reported or documented. Christopher Collins claimed his male pit bull, named Asshole, because we all know I don't say their names, so shithead Asshole, would only attack April when she was drinking. On the day of the fatal attack, he sent her a text. I dare you to be drunk when I get home. Sounds like the husband had a problem with his wife's drinking problem. Maybe they should have addressed that and she should have sought help rather than threatening her and leaving her with a dog that might... I don't know, Toxicology testing confirmed there was alcohol in her system at the time of her mauling death. So this person that's over the age of 21 isn't allowed to drink because this dog may attack her. As usual, and like Cooking with Dog Meat pointed out in one of her recent Chef Mutt Meat. You got to walk on eggshells around these things. And they want you to change everything you're doing. They want kids to change every activity they are, just to make sure that Fluffy doesn't attack them. I fucking hate it. Christopher Collins has a long rap sheet of misdemeanors, including charges of terroristic threatening in the 3rd degree and menacing in 2018. From 2012 to 2014, Collins faced 7 charges for violation of Kentucky domestic violence orders and 2 charges for assault in the 4th degree. He pled guilty to 8 of them. Okay, so this was found on CourtNet, a database that collects court activity in Kentucky counties. Some of these charges can be found in a Google search as well. Wanton endangerment. You guys ready? It's going to be important for the rest of this video. So pay attention. Pay attention, fuckers. Wanton endangerment is the second degree is a Class A misdemeanor in Kentucky, punishable by up to 1 year in jail if the person is convicted. Christopher Collins was also charged with failure to report a dog bite, which is a violation, not a misdemeanor. Christopher Collins was released after posting a $1,000 bond. His arraignment is scheduled for February 11th, and this was in 2019. The fate of Shithead Dog, the serial attacker, will be determined by the court. Okay, so there you go. That's just one part of all this. Let me get out of this damn thing. Let's see what everybody's saying. Hey, it's Chef Mutt Meat. See, I was just saying, she was talking about in one of her recent videos that we all have to walk, or they want the kids to be quiet and not run. You know, they want me to not jog because the dog might attack me, all this stupid shit. I'm not playing it. Fucking stupid. Nobody's playing this shit. Good to see y'all. Happy. Oh, there's Tarcisia. Hi, word of the day. Hi, everybody. And so we're going to move on to the next. We are covering. Oh, and I do have some of your articles, Strawberry. So if this video runs on too long, it'll be in the next video. I promise you. And yeah, they say animal people. They mean dogs. So let's go. All right, now we're going to go through a whole bunch of messages, and hopefully I don't fuck them all up, that one of the Bryans sent me to support this. And he, like I said, he is a Kentuckian himself. Another way to say it, if we read the definition of wanton endangerment, we can think it applies to the off-leash dog situation, right? Because you are willingly and knowingly putting other people around you in danger by allowing your dog off the leash. In reality, the courts don't use it unless it is some severe case where someone gets killed by a dog, right? Another way to look at this, if you simply showed someone who had a problem with letting their pit bull off leash and they read this 508.060, wanton endangerment in the 1st degree. A person is guilty of wanton endangerment in the 1st degree when, under circumstances manifesting extreme indifference to the value of human life, he wantonly engages in conduct which creates a substantial danger of death or serious physical injury to another person. If letting your dogs off leash does not apply to this, then I don't know what the fuck does. You guys, pay attention. This is important shit, okay? Wanton endangerment in the 1st degree is a Class D felony. It could make them nervous if they had any common sense. So if, you know, once again, if these people had to actually be responsible for their actions, if they realized that letting their dog off the leash classifies as wanton endangerment, they may be more fucking careful and put these things on a leash, right? So, go backing up, going on into the next here. Like I said, I tried to keep these in order. So, we've researched state laws, and in the search, we combined legal terminology with dog attacks. For example, Kentucky KRS wanton endangerment dog attack. Okay, so you have to be very careful about how you look this kind of stuff up. Okay, like otherwise you're just going to get a bunch of bullshit and none of it's going to make any sense. So here's the rest of this. And like I said, I tried to keep it in order. He was talking to a cop. I'm going to dub through this to keep sensitive information to myself. He's talking to the cop and said that cops often have similar issues that the dog owner has. The dog owner often thinks that since they don't have a problem with a dog being aggressive towards them because they feed it, they somehow think that translates to the neighbors who do not feed it. Very good point. Cop mentions that the cop he knew who shot a pit bull didn't file wanton endangerment charges against the dog owners. I said the way that the cop felt when the dogs ran up to him. Why was he so afraid of it? Think about how fearful someone else would be if they didn't have a weapon. It's like the cops think, sort of like the dog owners. The dog shouldn't be a problem unless it attacks them, okay? So if a neighbor calls the cops about someone else shooting their dog, the cops sometimes act like they think it was not for some sort of justified reason, okay? If a dog is off leash and off of its own property, it should not be anyone else's problem. That in and of itself should classify as wanton endangerment. I'm sure you guys agree, okay? Important shit here. And he has a lot of great points. He does a lot of research. Very smart guy, okay? Kept talking to the cop about the police versus dog owners and off-leash dogs. They were playing the role of thinking like a cop, but at the same time said, if you wanted to, they could speak with a county attorney about the issues, as I always recommend to you guys. Kept pressing the issue of asking why loose pit bulls and or dog attacks weren't wanton endangerment issues. So, reading the definition of KRS Kentucky law right off the phone, that's where we got into what I was describing as a person is guilty of wanton endangerment in the first degree when under circumstances manifesting extreme indifference to the value of human life. He wantonly engages in conduct which creates a substantial danger of death and serious physical injury to another person. Hi, Jade. So there you go, guys. All right. Obviously, this falls under this category. Now, I'm going to do a video about Kentucky rules and protecting yourself separately. I like these videos to be separate. That way, each person in the state can go and find this information. All right. So I just wanted to go over this as I had it in my emails for too long and I felt bad. So for many of you that have sent me topic suggestions that haven't seen them yet, I'm busy, fuckers. You know what I'm saying? Damn you dorks. Oh boy. Yeah, one thing I wanted to touch base on. There are some articles starting to come out. They've been very difficult to find once I had them. Okay, they just keep disappearing. It's pissing me off. Let's see. Nope, that's not it. There we go. Yeah, it keeps disappearing. It was out there, but there have been studies showing that children that are raised around dogs are actually developing the bacteria of the dogs in their microbiome. Like, dogs are like that toxic. And it's being disproven that it raises your immune system, as these people like to heavily push. Thank you, Jade. Being around a dog is good for your immune system and all. That's not fucking true. That's why even dog people themselves, even the AKC and the CDC will tell you, and all these other assholes, that you shouldn't be letting dogs lick babies in the face and all this kind of crap. But everybody does. Okay, so like I said, I've got a lot of things to cover today. So I'm going to go ahead and just keep moving along. Try not to make the video too long. There was someone shared this with me. I'm still not sure if it's a joke, but I wanted to share it with you guys because I found it very funny. Chef Muttmeat, you should probably enjoy this. It was a post from Facebook, and the group's called Elwood's Organic Dog Meat. And it says, yesterday, we processed 60 Rottweilers with the mobile butcher who comes to Elwood's farm. It is never an easy day. There's a picture of a Rottweiler with a picture of burger next to it. And the article goes on, but so I don't really exactly fucking know if it's correct or not. So I'm going to shut the fuck up, but I'm going to put it into the description of the video. And I'll let you guys be the fucking judge of that. Okay? So, very funny stuff, though. Moving on. All right, I saved 2 of those. Let's look at this one here. I think I might have covered this. Yeah, okay, we covered that one, so I got to keep going. I've been going through emails like crazy, just trying to get, up to date, like I said. So here we go. This attack was actually covered, but we're going to go ahead and talk about it anyways. This came from a dog lover channel, okay? And even they reported on it. So, fuck, here we go. A mother and daughter have reportedly been mauled by their staffy. I hate that. In their home located in New South Wales. Excuse me. But is there more to this attack than meets the eye? Well, dog lovers, you guys always seem to think there is. You can't wake up and see that this just keeps happening and happening and happening and happening. Nope, you just blindly fucking love on that dog, even though it's going to kill someone. Emergency services attended what has been described as a confronting scene at a property. I don't need to. Following the reports that the family's American Staffordshire had attacked its owners, the 52-year-old woman suffered puncture wounds to her neck and torso and was airlifted off. This was about the massive dog, I believe. No, maybe, nope, they're just very similar. Fuck. Yeah, you guys, this is just a circumstance. This is a crazy accident. Don't worry about it. Neighbor had managed to subdue the dog and allow first responding paramedics to gain access, jumping the fence. The 40-year-old man was also treated at the scene due to minor bites and shock. Something triggered the dog, and it attacked the owners. Of course it did. This is a dog lover page. It's unclear what caused the pet to turn on its owners. I don't know. An array of things. They sneezed, barked at it, farted, moved too quick. What else are we not allowed to do around these fucking things, right? Stupid. Dog will be euthanized, so thank goodness for that. This story was actually covered in detail on a couple other channels, and we talked about this. So let's get into another one, and let's see if this comes up here. Otherwise, I have to use the phone and pull it up. Oh boy, guys, this one killed some brain cells. I thought I was bad at math, but now I can't even count. A group created fluffy pit bulls. Yeah, just let that sink in. And it's a group called Bouillon Bulldogs. Okay? They created fluffy pit bulls. They have somewhat of an appearance of like some type of retriever, but they're built like a bulldog. They have long, fluffy fur, and here these people are bragging about it. Fluffy XL pit bulls, anyone? They say. Then they say, God. Here at Bouillon Bulldogs, we produce the first XL fluffy pit bulls in rare colors in the world. Now that we have over 3 years of working on all of our new fluffy XL pit bull programs, you will start seeing us post more and more about them. We have been keeping these guys out of sight and out of mind. Well, we got our fluffy line more established. Isn't it funny they call them fluffies? Fuck fluffy. That's what I say, Bouillon fucking assholes with your asshole dogs. Oh, God. We have this lilac and tan full fluffy stud pictured here that we're currently raising up, and already have a blue and tan full fluffy that will be having some litters real soon. These guys are not going to be cheap, so you better come correct. With a million emojis. Oh, we've been offered $80K for lilac and tan full fluffy female, and we obviously had to turn that offer down. Stay tuned as we show you our line of the most incredible pit bulls you've ever seen. Well, fuck me running, guys. That's it. There goes the last of my brain cells. Yeah, they call them studs because they have sex with them. Stop finger banging your dog. Let's see what you guys are up over here into the chat. Hey, Puma. Let's see. Yes, barking is the worst sound. I fucking hate it. Thank you. I do kick ass. I do what I can. People are starting to wake up. So, Dog Nut's having a mental breakdown. Well, good for them, because we're always having a breakdown having to read these fucking stories. Yeah, bark back at them. Chef Muttmeat is right. I like to, in fact, it'll piss the neighbor off more than the dog. So I just start barking like a psychopath. I already told you guys, I'm going to turn into a crazy pit bull and just start attacking people. And when I do, y'all can start a GoFundMe and become millionaires. It'll be great. Okay? And I'll remind you guys again, just remember, I'm not a lawyer. Hey, DW, are you there? I know you are. Put up a link to your channel. Guys, Ban All Dogs has his channel, and he restarted it, and so he needs to build up some subscribers and get some more videos out there so it can actually reach people. So yeah, there he is. Put the link up for your video, bunghole. So we can all see it and people can go grab it. Let's see. That's not a bad idea, DW. Looking it up, dogs barking on YouTube. Look up like some really big evil dogs and play that. So weird whenever I saw a video about man and dog found dead, the whole comment section just worries about the dog, not the man. That happens all the time, unfortunately. And I would like to say that that's unusual, or, that no, that's unusual. I have a friend who actually plays heavy metal music over the fence when he can't get the dog to shut up. And so he just drowns them out with Slayer, or whatever your favorite get them and play something like Cher or something like that, or Justin Bieber. Really get everybody going. I'm sure everybody loves Justin Bieber, right? So every time the dogs are barking, just, start playing some fucking Justin Bieber over the fence and start screaming the lyrics. You might have to look up the lyrics on your phone, but, fuck it. But hey, Dusty, how are you? And word of the day, always glad to see. Yeah, sub to him again. He just restarted his channel, and so we got to get that channel moving. Yeah, blast Slayer. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't give a fuck if it's fluffy. Thank you. I'm sick of hearing this stupid shit. These people are insane. Let's see. What do we got here? And I've been clearing flags and stuff. So like I said, this is a really good chance for me to start getting rid of some stuff and catching up. This is another one of our elderly lost to one of these fucking shithounds. This article is from September 9th of 2021. And of course, they have pictures of fluffy dogs. And also my computer suddenly is going very slow. So we might not be able to read this article because it's being really stupid. But we'll see. I'm giving it a minute. And I'll sit here and sip my fake beer. Sobriety. Nope, nothing's happening. So, yeah, that's Dusty. That's kind of why I went to, I'm going to try different times of the day and give everybody a chance to get in here at some point. Get up in here, y'all. All right, so this story, fuck, there's so many of them. This one comes from Al-Asadi. God, this one will lower your intelligence as well. Hi, Ashley. I hope you're doing well. Here's a business that's milking stupid dog nuts. Cult members will never miss an opportunity to honor and glorify their masters. And this is a thing from, they will paint your dog for you. You send them a picture, and they will make an oil painting of it. And these fucking things, I'm sure they're very expensive. Single pet portrait is $80. They can make you a custom phone case for $59. 3-pet portrait is $139. 2-pet portrait is $119. Pet portraits in 3 steps. Choose your photo, make it yours, wait patiently for the mailman that your dog will probably attack. Yay! Fucking retards. And they'll put the name and everything else of this piece of shit. Here's some more propaganda where they actually have the paintings of the dogs above a baby crib. Because what goes well with newborn children? Dogs, So, yeah, thanks, Al-Asadi, for bringing down my IQ. But this is bullshit people need to know. Hell, I'm going to start doing paintings of dogs covered in blood after a dog attack. I'm going to do a painting of Chef Mutt Meat eating a dog leg. And I'm going to sell it. Right? You guys buy that, right? Hell, I'm not looking to make no money off y'all. I'll just make some money off someone else. What do you think? Chef Morpheus, Chef Mutt Meat in a beautiful oil painting eating a big-ass dog drum leg. Right? And then I'll charge like $145. Oh, yes, no. They have the glitter for the dog balls, and if you guys haven't seen that, it's it'll lower your IQ as well. I'll buy that starting at $200. Let the auction begin. They actually have a product where they can, and I'll tell you guys something even crazier than the ball glitter. Have you heard about the aesthetic or the prosthetic balls? People will actually pay to put testicles on their dog that are fake. It is an extremely common procedure. These fucking people think the dog cares that it's lost its testicles. So what they do is they'll have their dog neutered, right? And back in the day, they used to remove all the testicle. These days, they just go in and do an incision. But they will, I swear to God, this is a real thing. If you guys don't believe me, look it up. It's fucking crazy. I know it sounds insane, but we know how crazy these dog people are. They will make prosthetic balls for the dog. And you know some crazy fucking dog nut man somewhere came up with this, or some woman who knew she could capitalize off of dudes wanting to have their dogs have testicles. Look, and Kai, it's bad enough they blow the money on the dog, but what a stupid thing to pay to put fake testicles on a dog. You cut them off in the first place. Now you want to do a procedure to put them back. Maybe they do it so they can glitter the balls. You know, I don't know. Yes, and they do a tail bracelet that covers the butthole. I've seen that for both cats and dogs. People are fucking insane. If you're tired of looking at butthole, just get the fucker out of your house. How about that? You know what I'm saying? But who am I? I'm just a dog hater, a dog hating bitch that everybody hates. You know what I'm saying? So fuck it. Fuck them. Fuck it. This comes from Tarcisia, and I know this was covered by IHD the other day, but we're going to go ahead and touch on this article real quick because it's wild and crazy. That woman that had her fucking nose ripped off by a dog, and then she adopted 2 more large dogs after she got home from the surgery. She looks like some type of fucking horror show. I'm not trying to be rude, but it looks like she's wearing a horrific Halloween mask. They couldn't even, the money spent on the dogs and stuff, you get better plastic surgery. And like I said, I'm not trying to be a dickhead, but I mean, her nose looks fucking terrible, and some people just don't fucking learn. Yeah. So this actually happened on the 9th of September, 2021. A woman who had her nose ripped off by a pit bull, this person can't spell, so I'm going to have to fix all this, refuses to blame the dog despite having to endure 7 facial surgeries. 7. And it still looks terrible. She now has 3 massive pooches of her own, despite the harrowing moment which changed her life. She was stroking another dog when the American Cross leapt at her and clamped his jaws from her forehead down to her chin and just took like a fucking bear does. The ferocious bite left her nose hanging from her face with a piece of skin that eventually fell off completely. You guys remember that episode of South Park where Michael Jackson's nose kept falling off? That's exactly what this lady looks like now. And if you haven't seen it, you're missing out. That episode's fucking hilarious. God, it's exactly what she looks like. I'm a gruesome motherfucker that's done some disgusting fucking things. And I even have a hard time looking at it. Oh my goodness. After the surgeries in the year that followed, she struggled massively with her self-confidence and mental health. So, she probably got her some dogs to fuck because, that's what people do, I guess. She has finally recovered, and much to the surprise of others, she kept ownership of her dog, Staffordshire Terrier Cross, and then adopted 2 more huge dogs, a Husky Cross named Bruno, and a German I'm sorry I said the fucking name. This woman got a German Shepherd, a Husky Cross, and she already has a pit bull. She just wants to die. Right? That's all that says to me. That's just a cry for help. Like, kill me. Kill me. Holy shit. The brave woman, I wouldn't call her brave. I'd call her stupid. Stubborn. Slow. Zoophiliac. Not brave. But whatever. Said she doesn't blame the dog in any ways. And her pets were her biggest support through her ordeal. He didn't give any signs, but we all knew that he had tendencies of being aggressive. Well, I've got news for everybody. Every dog has the tendency to be aggressive. That's part of why we all speak out on this, is that, these things need to be taken off the planet. They're always friendly until they're not. I'll share a quick bus driver story with you guys. As you guys know, the bus driver for my son's bus is a dog hater. And we had a nice discussion again this morning, and I brought up some things that were pissing me off, as I always do. And he said, oh, no, it's separate. It's a German Shepherd and some kind of Husky Cross and a pit bull. She got 3 of them, Oliver. 3. He explained that his parents in Michigan breed pit bulls, and he's tried to tell them over and over again that they're dangerous. And he said, he was out there visiting his family, and one of them attacked him. was fucking him all up. He turned around and had a gun. What he did was, this is how he explained it. He ran from the dog and got to the bookshelf where the gun was, and the dog was still ripping at his shin. So he turned around with the gun and shot it twice, and it did nothing to it. At that point, he realized he was fucked, and with the gun running from the dog, he backs into a bedroom in the back of the house, gets the thing off of his shin by flailing his leg around, and it rips out a bunch of flesh while it's happening. He slams the door, and he said the dog hit the door so fucking hard trying to get to him that you could hear the hinges coming out of the wood frame of the trim on the door. Okay? And he said his parents killed the dog. At least that. Someone also shared a story with me from way back in the day, so this would have been about 35 years ago, that he was bitten in the face by his grandparents' poodle, and his grandparents grabbed the dog, drug it outside, and immediately shot it. Immediately. So, yeah. You know, Chihuahuas are annoying, but they don't kill like pit bulls do. So, you know, I say we focus on the large dogs first, then move on to the small ones. That's just me. If it was up to me, Kai, and everybody else, they'd just kill all dogs right away today. If we're being rational, then fine. We sterilize every single dog. People that own them can be grandfathered in. They now have to pay to have the fecal matter removed, and they have to leash the things, and they have to have them licensed and microchipped so we can track down whose dog is attacking who, and then you just slowly let the fucking things die off, if it was up to me. Yes, Tarsicia, it's like I said, it just fucking, I just covered that crazy, stupid fucking woman. Let's see, I have a lot of stuff to still go over, so we're going to go ahead and do that. This one is from the Daily Mail. Let's make sure I didn't actually cover this. I did. Okay, this was the vet. And for any of you guys who didn't catch this, there is a vet. Let me find his name real quick. There he is. He's a vet in Sydney named Dr. Sam Kovac, and he is begging for authorities to ban pit bulls. Says that the benefits don't outweigh the risks. And he was very careful about the way he talked. But like he said, he's not making any friends. Nobody's happy with him right now. Oh, fuck, my hip. I'm getting old. God damn it. Oh, excuse my language. Son of a bitch. Like that helped. Okay. Guys, you remember the story about the gentleman that was working with his horse, and the horse ended up kicking him, and then his neighbor's dogs attacked him, so he had a seizure. And he was way out of it. And so he kind of wandered out of being kicked by the horse. So obviously he survived that and he was okay. And he wandered out of there and was wandering around disoriented. And then he was attacked by his neighbor's dogs. Okay, so this is a YouTube video. Let me check the volume here.
These days, there is a lot
These days, there's a lot of dogs. And they're attacking
Grammarly
people.
ensures.
I'm just going to start fixing
Moving on
ads.
to other news, a Putnam County man who was kicked by a horse, had a seizure, and then was mauled by dogs Thursday night is showing some progress at UF Health Gainesville. Our Brianna Ray Turner talked with his wife about how he's recovering after he underwent multiple surgeries.
This is so devastating for us because Ronnie is our whole world. He takes care of us. He's an amazing dad.
46-year-old Ronnie Charles is at the hospital still in bad shape after being kicked by one of his horses and attacked by his neighbor's dogs Thursday night.
When he got kicked, it was one, snowball effect, one thing after the next. Ronnie is still in surgery right now. This is the fourth surgery he's had since he got here.
Charles' wife, Susan, says when Charles checked on the family's horses Thursday night, his horses were spooked by something in the horse pen. The horse then hit Charles in the face multiple times, causing him to become disoriented.
At that point, for some reason, he removed his clothes. And from there, he ended up across into the next street where he was attacked by 4 very large, very vicious dogs.
Susan says some of Charles's ribs are broken and his calves are severely damaged. She says right now infection is the biggest enemy.
He did open his eyes today and he did look at me. He did respond with hand movements. when, I was telling him I was here and that I loved him.
Susan says Charles was their primary source of income, and now he won't be able to work. So she started a GoFundMe page to help out with the expenses. You can find the link on our First Coast News website to donate. In Putnam County, Brianna Ray Turner, First Coast News, on your side.
So, this guy's a cowboy. Let's hope, he pulls out of this and makes it out alive. He's a tough dude. Yeah, Jesus, Lord, help us is right. He's a tough man. His family relied on him, and he was the breadwinner and the guy who brought everything home. So, of course, his wife is terrified. Tarsisi and I seem to be under the assumption, as we have both talked about this, I believe the dogs spooked the horses. I don't believe that. And look, I've worked around horses my whole life. It could have been a lot of things, but generally horses that are used to being handled and you have your cowboy coming in there feeding them and doing whatever, they don't just start kicking people and kicking like that. I've worked with them, like I said, most of my life. You know what does start attacking for no reason that I've also worked with? Dogs. Fucking dogs. I believe, and we discussed this, and this is the way I feel. I believe those dogs were barking and nearby. They were the neighbor's dogs. They also say he took his clothes off and went out into the street. Exactly. I kind of think, were the clothes taken off or were they pulled off of him during the attack? Maybe they did see the clothes. And what's Glenn got here? Let's see. Oh, I can't leave. If I leave, it's going to take me off the thingy. Now, if you sent it to me via email, I would be able to open it as a separate tab. But since I'm trying to hit it in the live stream, it's telling me I'll end the live stream. So I don't want to do that. Gling, make sure and email that to me. So yeah, I believe there's more to this story, and horses don't generally look. I've been around them, like I said, all these years. Okay, cool. Thanks, Gling. Let me check it out. We're going in. We're going to see what Gling said. It's not here yet. Oh, you sent it this morning. Well, let me go look. Son of a bitch, we emailed too much. I can't find it. Oh, no, that's the Times of India thing. Sons of bitches. 8:46 this morning. Nope, that's just us bullshitting about our house. I can't find it. I'm looking. There's so many emails. You don't understand, and I'm dumb. Okay, I'm really smart, but when it comes to technology, I'm a stupid dumbass. You just understand. Okay, this is the 11th. Yep, I'm retarded. I know, I'm doing my best. I know. Oh, little fella. Oh, here it is. Said check this this video out. All right, so we're going to watch it on the phone together, guys. Pop. Y'all don't mind me. I'm silly as hell. All right, y'all. Let me enhance this. Let's watch it together. Gling says, watch. I watch. Fuck. Oh, I'll be commenting too.
I was just getting in the shower.
So?
They scare you?
Did they scare you? Guys, the scars on my face are sticking out today like crazy. I've got one right there from a dog bite. See that? You know, some days you just get up and your scars are worse than ever. That's the day I'm having today. They're just sticking out like crazy. Plus, I'm sitting in the light. That's a bite from a Doberman when I was like fucking 10, you guys. You'd think I'd have learned my lesson then, but I didn't. Bring a knife. Oh, thank you. You're all beautiful to me. I don't care. Like I said, I'm covered in them. Let's see how well you can see them in this light. Yeah, there's a big long one. And I've punched a lot of them, so we got some marks in and around here. This one's actually nasty. There it is. See how long and deep that is? That's from punching these fuckers and catching the teeth. They got, you know what? I'm alive and they're all fucking dead. That's right. That was infuriating, Gling. And everyone, I'll put the, tail wagging because they're ready to kill somebody. I will put this in the description. And you guys can go ahead and help Gling comment to these pieces of shit and let them know how we feel. Yeah, I've got a lot of battle scars, specifically up and down my arms. And then there's this one. I don't know how well. Yeah, see that big hole? And then, God, it's terrible. This one, we're in a decent light today. And like I said, they're all just kind of hanging out. But that one damn near took the end of my finger off from fucking husky biting me. And it's dead, and I'm still here, fucker. So, yeah. What did you already do, Puma? I always say Puma. Let's see. Puma. I always fuck it up. It's Puma. I'm sorry. Yes, Tarcisia and I are under the opinion that the mutts spooked the fucking horse. So, let me move on here, guys. Strawberry, here's your email. And if I have time, I'm going to cut back around to it. Like I said, this could be a long video. I've got a lot of stuff to cover, and I want to kind of get as much. I have kicked a lot of dog ass. So much that when I get to reading a story or talking to you guys, I'll just like remember another and be like, holy shit. Horses are better, but here's the whole thing about horses, just like it is with dogs in a sense, or humans or whatever. Genetically or spirit-wise, some horses just aren't meant to be broken. Take it from me. But I'll tell you right now, I don't have a scar from a horse. Not one. I've been bitten by them. They can really bite you and fuck you up, so don't get it faded. They'll tear out chunks out of people's arms, but I'm always very careful. You shouldn't trust any critter. You don't know what they're thinking and what's going on. Always have your defense up. Always be ready to correct them. Never, ever just sit back and think that, the horse likes me. It's never going to hurt me. That's not fucking true. And sometimes they'll hurt you just playing. I had a colt bite my ass, okay? That was just fun to say. But it's true. I had pliers in my back pocket I was using to mend a fence. And he wanted the pliers. They're very playful like that. And he went to get the pliers and bit the shit out of my ass, y'all. And I jumped to get away from it. And that made it hurt worse. Just like a bite, right? I had a big old bright purple bruise on my ass. But my ass is fine, y'all. Don't worry about it. My ass is fine. Oh, yeah. On to the next. I'm real silly today. I'm real happy. Like I said, Beanie's birthday yesterday was super good to me. I had like 5 great things happen to me. And then there was like a bunch of good news, like the death of the dogs that killed Jaden. And a whole bunch of great stuff. So it was like a perfect day for me, whatever was going on. Police kill nearly 25 dogs each day. Hey, I'm indifferent to police. I like good cops that are out there to do their job and that they took up the job for the correct reason to protect people. And I fucking hate bad cops and ones that abuse their authority. So if anybody wanted to know, that's how I feel about that shit. But I like cops that kill 25 dogs every day. And this article is from 2016, but still, it's fun. Law enforcement's treatment of dogs is just a symptom of the militarized policing so many of our neighborhoods are subjected to. You guys, militarized policing and cops beating up and fucking up innocent people that don't deserve it, that's fucked up. Obviously, I could talk for fucking weeks about that. That's not what's going on here. These cops are killing dogs because they feel threatened by them, and they're allowed to kill them. Now, think about it like this. Remember how I was telling you guys we're not allowed to shoot dogs in city limits, and you can't kill a dog with a weapon without possibly facing legal ramifications? That's not the story with cops. So they're killing 25 dogs a day because they can. Now, take that and multiply it every human in just the United States. So just start there and think about how many of these fucking things would be dying every day if we were allowed to carry a gun and shoot them all, right? Just putting it out there. So here we go. There's a video to go along with this, but I'm going to read it to you guys. In December of 2006, 12-year-old Kay Harris was in the backyard of her home in Connecticut She's spending some time with her best friend, the dog, giant asshole, St. Bernard. Then the two officers entered the property without a warrant. They were investigating what turned out to be an erroneous tip about guns in an abandoned car on the property. There was no car and there was no guns. So there was a mistake, right? And that does happen. Not that I'm justifying it. I'm just saying they make fucking mistakes. The officers marched alongside the house to the backyard when asshole dog seen the officers and took after them. Okay, well, they can't do that. Okay? Shouldn't be chasing the mailman. Shouldn't be chasing the police. And that same dog would chase me if it seen me walking down the street. The officers bolted to the front of the house just as Kay, the young girl, not knowing what was happening, rushed off onto the other side of the house to cut off asshole dog's path, afraid he would end up in the street. Why does he have access to the street? One officer ran clear off the property, but the other, for whatever reason, felt it was necessary to turn and shoot the dog. Not just once, but several times. I've got a reason he decided to turn around and shoot the dog. He's in fear of his fucking life. It's a giant asshole St. Bernard. It's a dog. It needs to be shot. How much time you got, buddy? I can give you 50 more reasons. As Kay heard the shots and was running around the front of the house, when she got there, the officer stood over the immobilized and whimpering dog. Yay. Kay pleaded with him not to shoot the dog again. Well, why not? But after the fatal bullet was delivered, the police officer turned and simply said, "I'm sorry, ma'am, your dog is not going to make it." I'm sorry, that's awesome. Surprisingly, this story is not aberration. The death of shithead dog is just one example of an increasingly common phenomenon known as puppycide. I think I've got some puppyciders in my chat room. I think I might. Hey, I'm a puppycide. I'm like, oh, hey, I know what I'm getting my next tattoo. The killing of pet dogs by law enforcement. Oh, well, I'm not law enforcement, but it's still probably, because he's like, I have different terms for homicides, so it still probably applies. The Department of Justice estimates that nearly 25 dogs are killed by law enforcement every day in the United States, which makes a total of 10,000 per year. Imagine how many more pieces of shit there would be. The circumstances of each encounter are different, as are the breed of dog, from Labrador retrievers to pit bulls and chihuahuas, but the stories are woven with common threads: the rush to violence, abuse of power, fear, and carelessness. Well, yeah, they're scared. They don't want to die. They have every right to pull out their firearm and kill these things. Dude, the dog even had access to get out of the yard. Okay? Now, if this same cop just came over, seen the dog over the fence, and was safe, and was just bang, bang, bang shooting at the dog, man, you know what? That's abuse of authority. But a cop that is trying to get away and the dog has access to get out and turns around and shoots it in the front yard, I don't see that as abuse of power. I'm fucking sorry. There are encounters involving genuinely dangerous dogs, but the scale of this phenomenon seems to speak to larger problems in law enforcement. I'm sorry, ma'am, your dog's not going to make it. While the death of a dog could be heartbreaking and life-altering for many people, as it was for this dumbass and their dumbass family, it does not compare to the death of a person, to the very real and tragic deaths occurring at the hands of police all over the country. So at least this person, I'm going to stop now because they're going into another area here, but at least they're pointing out that humans are more important than dogs. Yeah. Tarcisia, actually, dogs generally only kill horses in packs. Okay? And that's the same with cows. All right? One dog doesn't stand a chance against a cow. All right? I've never had to deal with a situation where a calf was killed, because that's what the dogs do. I've explained this before. They show up 3, 4 at a time. They confuse and circle the heifer. And as she's turning and trying to protect her calf, they'll reach up and snatch the calf away. She'll charge that dog. They'll let it go. Another dog comes in from the back and grabs it. They do the same thing that vultures do. Well-known fact. Vultures do the same thing. One dog generally doesn't stand a chance against a horse, but let me explain. If that dog is jumping up and the horse doesn't have the most throw out in the front, people think because they see him go like this, that they don't have a lot of aim, and the horse's eyes don't see down underneath its neck and chest. Okay, so follow me here. While they're trying to do this and defend themselves, the dog will generally jump up and latch onto the neck. And as we all know, as soon as they hit that artery, the horse is going to bleed out. Okay, another thing a lot of people don't know, the coronary artery for a horse, if this was a hoof, is right here, the top of the hoof. So if a dog goes biting and shredding at a horse's leg, they're actually severing their coronary artery. Okay, I'm a nerd. I know a bunch of shit about horses. Dead dogs are good dogs. I fucking agree. Let's hop back into this. A deputy shoots a family's terrier. Okay, and complains about the cost of the bullet. I had to cover this. And a few of these have been from my anonymous emailer. Guys, if you can thank anonymous emailer in the comments, let's call her T-Dog. If everybody can thank T-Dog in the comments, I would appreciate it, because to be honest, guys, I get so overwhelmed trying to deal with all this shit. And if it wasn't for T-Dog sending me all these emails, we wouldn't really have a channel going on. I would be kind of like, oh, okay, here's some other shit I had to look up. Here's some other, literally no joke, 50% or more of the content I share with you comes from T-Dog. And I cannot express how appreciative I am of this person that has also quickly become my friend. So if everyone can thank T-Dog in the live chat, I would really appreciate that. And if you don't, I'm going to kick your ass. Oh, come on, just do it, you dorks. Okay, this article is from a group called Tech Dirt. Okay, deputy shoots family's terrier, complains about cost of bullet. This article comes from November 8th of 2017. In a disturbing but sadly unsurprising news, a law enforcement officer is being accused of killing a family pet, one that very likely did not need to be killed. I disagree. This stupid bitch's dog was shot by a sheriff's deputy, with the deputy responded to her call about being harassed by a neighbor. Okay, so cop shows up to deal with a domestic dispute. Sullivan soon learned why you're taking the lives of everyone and everything into your own hands when you ask for law enforcement assistance. Well, you know, look, usually when this happens and a dog gets shot and someone gets hurt, it's because they're charging and fucking with the cop. There are stories where they abuse their authority. Okay, so that's just flat out, you know. The dog was 12 pounds, and Sullivan says about ankle height on most people. She said the dog did not seem like a threat to the officer, but she said after the deputy had taken care of the neighborhood disturbance, the dog escaped from the house. Knock that shit off, dumbass. The dog got out. I walked to the end of the driveway to try to catch her. My daughter was running around trying to catch her. I thought we were going to go back into the house. I walked back to the house, opened the door, turned around, and boom, he shot her. It was a horrific event. He shot the dog up close and blew her skull apart in front of my children. I'm sorry the kids were there, but the thought of the dog's skull exploding just made me happy. I'm sorry. Like her eyeballs were hanging out of her head. Puppy side. Oh, motherfuckers, I'm going to get banned for sure. According to Sullivan, the dog had no history of biting and was behaving normally for a dog of her breed. Yeah, that is wandering off leash, which once again I would like to say should classify as wanton endangerment. Sullivan's dog was a rat terrier. It's a dead rat terrier now. A breed not really known for aggressive behavior. Bullshit. Nonetheless, the deputy's report said the dog posed enough of a threat that he had no choice but to shoot it in the head. Look, I don't want the little fucking thing biting me either. In his official report, the deputy said, along came the house dog, charging at me in an aggressive manner and grabbing at my leg and boots. I swung my baton at the dog to scare it away. The house dog then charged and sicked at me again in an aggressive manner, and once again I swung with my baton. So he used nonviolent, attempts. The asshole dog, or the asshole owner, couldn't contain the dog. So for a third time, the house dog charged at me in an aggressive manner. I then fired one shot with my handgun, killing the dog. But that's not the end of it. Although that probably would have been more than enough. A deputy unable to handle the aggressive manner of a 12-pound dog. What's he supposed to do? He swung his baton at it. If he knocked it the fuck out with the baton, y'all would be pissed about that. If he kicked it like a little football, a little yapping football, y'all would be salty about this. So what? What do you guys... Oh, that's right. I forgot. They want you to stand there and let the fucking thing continue to attack you. They don't care about you and your well-being. It's all about Fluffy. He's going to have severe difficulties handling aggressive behavior by full-grown humans. Nope. The deputy then allegedly had the audacity to A, claim his killing of the dog was in the family's best interest. B, complain about the cost of the bullet. According to Kelly Sullivan, after killing stupid asshole dog, the deputy told her that if she had bitten him, he'd have to sue, and that shooting her was the better option. He then told her it was a shame I had to waste that bullet. It was really expensive hollow point bullet. This guy's a fucking gangster. I'm sorry. According to Kelly Sullivan, he didn't shoot any kids or any people. He didn't shoot the people that called him in for a domestic disturbance. According to Kelly Sullivan, I was just repeating myself. At this point, all we have is the family story. There's no video of the incident. The sheriff's department has yet to respond to calls for comments and statements, but the allegations are far from unusual. This is something that happens dozens of times a day in the U.S. The exact number of dogs killed by law enforcement officers is difficult to quantify because there is no official record of these deaths across American agencies. Laurel Matthews, a program specialist with the U.S. Department of Justice's community-oriented policing services online, says fatal encounters are an epidemic and estimates that 25 to 30 pet dogs are killed every day by the police. If there's ever going to be a downturn of this number, it starts with the police departments and runs right through the court system. Police departments can provide better training, equipping officers with knowledge and techniques to better ensure animals make it out of these interactions alive. The bigger step toward lowering this number has to be taken by nation's court. Oh boy, geez, all they have to do is claim they feared for their safety, guys, in cases involving humans and their pets, this is usually enough to allow them to escape civil liability, if not criminal liability. Okay, so unless there's evidence stating otherwise, something that usually includes recordings of officers' statements of accidents during these incidents, the courts will usually find it impossible to discount the subjective feelings of the involved officers. Okay, so, and this is obviously, they're sad about the dog. Let's not forget about the basic fact: pets aren't instantly cowed by uniforms and waved weapons. Okay, animals respond to certain stimuli, and having strangers invading their territory seldom makes them comfortable. I don't give a fuck. You guys called the guy there. This is like blaming the Amazon Prime driver. Well, you asked the guy to deliver you the fucking package. Now you're pissed that he got attacked by the dog and pepper sprayed it. Fucking duh, people, wake up. Problem is, no one can cop-proof their home. That's impossible. What seems normal to them seems suspicious or threatening to a law enforcement officer. Can't stop pets from running to greet the new person in the house. Why can't you stop them? You called the cops. Put the fucking thing on a leash. Jesus Christ. And this is how you end up with 12-pound dead terriers and cops complaining about the cost of bullets. Oh, boy, guys. Was that fun? That was fun. Hey, make him your dad, and then I'll marry him, and I'll be your stepmom. Y'all know I'd be playing. I love the toilet in the coffin. Wild Puma. Bye, Kai. Sorry I missed you. Oh, Jesus Christ. Much love. Hey, Lisa Love, I'm glad you're here. Thank you to T-Dog. Hey, everybody, thank you for telling her that. She fucking works tirelessly. I'm not joking when I say she sends me dozens of articles a day, and her and I talk about which ones to keep. You know what I'm saying? It's out of control. So, speaking of T-Dog and stuff like that, she sent me this very new dog attack that we had to look to get. In fact, she had to send the article several times to even get it to come through. Okay? And it takes a lot of effort sometimes. So here we go, guys. This is fun. This happened on the 9th of 2021. Tragedy in Tacarigui. I'm not even going to say it. The Caribbeans, because that's easier to say. Dog mauls 4-year-old boy to death. A 4-year-old boy was tragically mauled to death by a dog while visiting his grandmother's house in the Caribbeans on Sunday. This is the 12th of September 2021, okay? So I don't know why the dates are different. Reports indicate that 4-year-old Amaja Lewis was playing outside when the dog escaped and attacked him. The house is located on Savannah Drive, Orange Grove, in the Caribbean. Police responded to the distress call shortly after arriving to the house, shot and killed the dog, and it's alleged the dog was a Rottweiler. Bam, that's the story, because there's not much else to hear about it yet. But this young 4-year-old boy lost his life to a Rottweiler. Can you imagine how terrible it would be as a young child to be killed by a dog that large? 4 years old is all the time this young man got to spend on the planet, and that's what he got for going to visit his grandmother. Fucking tragic. So sick of it. Let's get into this article from the UK. This is about dog nappers. Okay, as y'all know, there's a big old thing going on with dog nappers, especially out in the UK. If you didn't know, now you know. It's a big thing going on, and people are napping dogs and selling them and all this other dumb shit. And, of course, they give the article this stupid fucking name, Paw and Order. Dog nappers could now face 7 years in jail as ministers launch crackdown on lockdown and pet thieves, okay? So let's get past all the pictures of the goddamn dogs. Currently, pet snatching is prosecuted as theft and carries a maximum sentence of 7 years in prison. 7 years. 7 years in prison for stealing a fucking dog. You just can't make this shit up, people. A new pet abduction law will recognize the harm thieves do to an animal's welfare as well. All about Fluffy, y'all. Ministers are still deciding on the maximum sentence, but it is expected to carry up to 7 years in prison. Dog owners will also need to register details of their pooches on a central database to make it easier to reunite stolen pets with their rightful owners. Justice Secretary Robert Buckland, dubbed the pet detective in Whitehall, said, "Many of us have sought the companionship of pets during the pandemic, which makes this crime even more cruel." Y'all seen what I did there? These proposals will make sure police can better identify and track down criminals who peddle in this heartless trade, whilst ensuring they are appropriately punished for their actions. There's a lockdown surge. Environmental Secretary George Eustace said pets are much loved members of the society in households up and down the country. And reports of a pet rise in pet theft have been worrying. I'm worried about y'all too. Pet owners shouldn't have to live in fear. I'm pleased this report acknowledges the unique distress caused by this crime. Many Brits dashed out to buy dogs to get them through the lonely days of lockdown. How many times we got to do this in this article? Price of some breeds rocketed up by 88% as the pet craze hit its fever pitch. A staggering 2,000, but heartless criminal gangs seized on the trend to line their pockets by stealing the beloved pets and selling them on. A staggering 2,000 pet thefts were reported to police in England last year. Home Secretary Priti Patel said stealing a pet is an awful crime, which causes families great emotional distress, whilst callous criminals line their pockets. Oh, Fluffy, who am I going to finger bang now? Oh, Jesus Christ. Every twat now owns a mutt. Ain't that the truth? Yeah, and they'll sell the dogs for $5,000. It's true. We just seen that they have these fluffy fucking pit bulls, and they're not taking $80,000 for one. That's insane. Who the fuck do they think they're gonna sell these things to? Christ on a cracker. All right, guys. Let's see how many more I have. God damn. Okay. Sorry, my goddams today. I'm out of control. All right, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna wrap this up with the fun stuff. It's time for the messages, my favorite part. My messages are my favorite part. I started out with one that I already shared that I'll share again. The guy said something around the lines of, "You're ugly and shut up," or something like that. And I said, hey, I was like, "You don't like my looks? Well, I've been banging your dad and I'm going to be your stepmom soon. So you better watch your damn mouth." All right. So here we go. We get into some of this. This will be fun. I saved some suggestions for later. I did pretty good. Jade, we've got some messages we're going to cover for her as well. So let's hop into that before I get into mine. Jade was having a conversation with a guy that is supposed to be a life coach, okay? And this douchebag, every time she tries to confront him and say anything intelligent, he shuts down and blocks her. He just keeps doing it. So I'd like to cover it in more depth, but this is a really long story where basically this guy is looking for a submissive type of woman, isn't finding it in Jade, obviously, because she's badass, and is every time she challenges him because he wants submissive women, he just backs up. What'd she say? Oh, no, Chef Mutt Meat's right. No, she's right. She's right. They do. I know. Horrific. Oh, jeez. She says to him, this douchebag, whose name is Michael, "This is the second fucking time you've blocked me for simply asking a question about a fucking mutt. A challenging question that apparently hits you deep and so hard. Really, Michael? I thought you were a bit different. But you are like the rest of the 90% of the cookie cutter society, a sheep that follows what is acceptable and popular in society, not thinking outside the box, questioning, why so insecure, Michael? It all makes sense now. Why would you want a submissive Asian woman? You're worshiping dog who loves you no matter what, as long as you feed it, because you do not respect a connection. You want a brain dead, weak, submissive animal or a woman that will make you feel like a dominant, godlike man. Something that will never, ever question you or challenge you. I got to go down to the next part. Or give you any feedback because you cannot handle it. Narcissistic much? I can't believe I thought you were nothing like that. Every single dog person loves their dog because apparently they're loyal beyond belief. Pretty much worship the damn things. And these people are walking around on eggshells. Okay? And so this goes on a little bit further. But the guy is a fucking douche. Okay, and I'm not going to fully out him because I'm not that kind of guy, but what a dork. And I had to do some of these real thing dog dildos, guys. I hate to tell you. And so now I've got a couple messages I'm going to share as we wrap all of this up. These are some of my favorites to share because I love fucking with people. All right, guys, this one is really good. There is a Facebook group called Arizona, the 48 Great States. Okay. And it's about, like, you know, people take pictures of beautiful sunsets and mountains and cactuses and all this shit. Well, this person took a picture of a dog and stuck it up in there. Okay. And they were carrying on and on about how people thought they didn't have the dog on a leash, but it was actually one of these invisible leashes and all this shit. And I said, and they blocked me for this. I want you guys to know, who cares? This is a page for Arizona, not dogs. And I put this guy. Okay. This guy responds, so no dogs can live in Arizona and dog owners aren't allowed in Arizona? When did I say that? I didn't say any of this, and as a dog owner, I'm not allowed to ask my group for ideas of things to do with a dog in Arizona? You should keep your bitterness to yourself. If you're not going to be helpful to your fellow group mates, don't comment. And I said, laughy faces, lots of them, so no humans can comment on the Arizona page? I wasn't being bitter, simply making a point. Hey, while we're on the topic of being bitter, you seem a bit offended. Showing a dog on a leash and carrying on about it isn't helpful to group members either. I was just saying, who cares? It's a page about Arizona, not dogs. I thought it was, at least. I said, and I didn't say any of that. I do believe you're bullying me, sir. And by the way, I don't think you needed to point out that you were a dog owner. Your triggered nature proved that all by itself. Hold on. Okay, yeah, that was it. I'm sorry. I love these. Okay, this is another really good one as we wrap this up. Oh, man. So back in the day, someone suggested for me to go to a page about surviving narcissism. And shocker, I met a whole bunch of narcissists that act like fucking psychopaths. This is a very well thought out, intelligent response that I gave to someone, and I want you guys to check it out with me. This older lady says, dogs are garbage, aka Ashley. I'm a dog lover and I share the dog with my husband that walked out on me. She shares it. The dog loves him because he picked it up as a puppy and nurtured it for 48 hours before he got it home. I think that's why the dog loves him and frets when he leaves her with me. I get very little, if any, companionship from this dog, but I have to look after her when he works. I was bitten by a neighbor's dog last week, and the medics are very concerned about it turning into osteomyelitis. Okay, it's a serious issue, right? As I had fallen and broken my arm an hour before the friendly dog bit me, whom I had known very well. She even put it in quotes. That wasn't me. I want to get my own dog now and rear it from a puppy, as I have always done over the years. It's hard after the discard of my NPD husband and 39 years of being so alone. I miss the companionship of a dog. Do you have any thoughts, Ashley? Then she tags the creator of the video and says, could you please read my reply and conversation with Ashley? Dogs are garbage, please. I said, well, honey, as a former animal trainer and as a compassionate human being, I would have to say that I think that's a terrible idea. If you have another dog, then you have two of them. They will fall into pack mentality and they could very possibly hurt you. It sounds like you may be a bit frail and in need of healing anyhow. I'm not trying to be rude when I say this. Please keep an open heart and mind. It seems that you just want more attention from the dog that is more interested in your husband. Or perhaps you need more attention from your husband. And I put sad faces. Also, I can't help but notice that you said you had fallen down, broken your arm, and are developing osteoporosis. She throws that in as well. In that case, you wouldn't be able to properly hold on to a leash to keep your dog controlled. Either way, rather than getting a dog that could hurt you or someone around you, I would suggest picking up some hobbies. Hobbies are healthy in a normal way. In a normal way, for the most part, that can't hurt you or those around you. If that's something that interests you, I got to find where I went. If that's something that interests you, I would be glad to help you bounce some ideas around and figure out what it is that you could do that would take up your time and leave you feeling satisfied at the end of the day. So you see, I was not mean to this woman. I was very sweet. And they all thought I was going to be a shithead. So no one commented back. They wanted to like trigger me and make me be a dick. This woman wasn't asking me a real question. She wanted to see me say like, no, dogs are garbage and you're a piece of shit and that's dumb and fuck that and fuck this and fuck that. No. And those of you that know me, I'm a very compassionate and nice person. I don't fucking roll like that. And I'm constantly expressing the need and the desire for people to be good to people. You're not going to open hearts and minds with a closed mind and heart. Okay? So on that note, I would like to thank all of you from the bottom of my dog-hating heart for being here. I'm getting a webcam soon, and I'm nervous. I hate working with fucking technology. It makes me angry. I'm already angry. Look, it's happening. I'm going to spaz out and throw... That's it. I'm a pit bull. I'm going to run down the street and start mauling children. I can't fucking take it anymore. No, I'm good. But I really do fucking hate technology, so... I'm still waiting on my butt fucking phone that still hasn't shown up. And, no, I don't think I can do it, Lisa. I really don't. We're going to find out how it goes, guys. I'm not good at this stuff. I get really angry. I once drowned a tablet. True story. I can't. I suck at it. Anyways, guys, I will. They told me the same thing, about many other things with the practice thing, but, I'm still not good at dealing with dogs. They like to tell me that, So, yes, thank you to all the moderators. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Wild Puma. Thank you, Word of the Day. Thank you, Kai. Shit. I'm so happy to have y'all. Isabel, Beanie, of course, all y'all, DW. Now that we're over 300 subscribers, I'll think about some more moderators, but I'm just taking my time. No, technology won't bite me, but I bite it. And then I chipped a tooth. Trying to keep my teeth in good shape. God damn it. Technology makes me so angry. Look, I've got a vein coming out of my head just talking about it. I'm going to try. I'm going to learn. I'm going to fucking learn, I think. Anyways. Oh, we got Zelda Angel. I like that. Okay, and let's go through here and we'll just say hi. Chef Muttmeat, of course, to Gling, to T-Dog for helping me all the time, to all of you from the bottom of my dog-hating heart. I appreciate y'all so damn much. Get your steel toe boots. Protect yourself. Much love. And I'll see y'all in the next video. I think I'm going to take a break tomorrow, unless some big dog attack happens, which we know it will. And until then, thank you all for laughing with me and crying with me and everything else. And I'll see you again on the next one. Take care of yourselves, y'all.